issues around the Chief Justice, because the Ghana Bar Association has called on all parties in the ongoing process for the removal of the Chief Justice to act with discretion and integrity. It warned that the independence and image of the judiciary must be protected at all costs. A statement co-signed by its national president, Ifo Agati, and national secretary, Kweku Jehu Bafo. The GBA, although expressing deep concern about the developments, expressed or stressed the importance of constitutional adherence and judicial independence. The GBA emphasized that while recognizing the constitutionality mandated procedures and mindful of the fact that the matter is currently sub judice, the GBA called on all actors to be guided by the time-tested tenets of the rule of law. Well, a bit more from that statement from the Ghana Bar Association just before we speak on this matter briefly. Remember that I had told you that the GBA stated in that statement that the entire matter was sub judice, and it is their hope that all parties involved in this will follow the process and would have the time-tested tenets of the rule of law as their guiding principles and its application, and follow the spirit of the law. The statement also makes reference to Article 146, which indicates that the sittings of the committee shall be held in camera, and the president, acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State, may suspend the Chief Justice. And then finally, last one from that statement, the GBA is expecting that actors in the matter will act in a manner that safeguards and enhances the independence and image of the judiciary and carry out its mandate to defend, strengthen and enhance confidence in the justice delivery system in the country. That's coming from the GBA. The GBA also says that it shall remain the conscience of society, the voice of the voiceless, and act to safeguard the rule of law. Xavier Kuje is the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Bar Association. He's joining us for a bit more on this. Xavier, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time here. But your critics say that this statement is rather coming in, a day late. Your response to that?
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. I don't think it's coming in late. That is why the opening sentence of the statement is that we'll be monitoring closely. We thought we should come in at this time because it appears the whole issue has taken a political dimension. We, as a country, or many people who are running commentary on this, have forgotten the legal aspect of it, to the extent that the two major political parties make it seem as if it's business as usual as far as politics is concerned. So there was a need for us to step in at this time to say that it's a whole process. So let us all be restrained, be patient enough for the process to get concluded. The outcome of the determination by the committee set up by the president will determine where we should go. Those who are aggrieved, of course, the courts are there, because the decision of the committee, of course, is subject to the jurisdiction of the courts. So I don't think that we are late in coming at the time.
Very well, Xavier. There are those who have called, and particularly the minorities, called into question the constitutionality of the president's actions. Has the president broken any law?
It is not for me to pass judgment at this time, because it's a process. Unless the process gets concluded, I don't think that it is proper and appropriate for anybody to condemn any process. Because don't forget, at the end of the day, the courts are there. They can determine the procedural impropriety or otherwise of the whole process. So I think that it will be premature for anybody at this stage to be condemning the process at any stage.
Indeed. And your statement makes reference to, the fact that this is an entire process, and that we should allow the time-tested, tenets of the rule of law to apply and go to its full extent. But when you look at how conversations around the exercise has taken place in media discourse, in public discourse, are you harboring perhaps any fear that this could have an impact on the legitimacy of the process?
Not necessarily, but I don't think that it is out of place to remind the actors in the process of the fact that they should stick to procedure and processes and the rule of law. I don't think that they are humans, though. They may get influenced. They may. I'm not saying that they would. So there is nothing wrong reminding them of their duty to stick to these processes and the rule of law.
I see, Xavier, we'll leave it here. Thank you so much. Xavier Kudje is the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Bar Association. We've just been